guys, look what I got. I got cat ears. How cute is that? Thank you, Anya, for telling me the link on Amazon. I love these and they're just so cute. I got purple, little purple berets and my purple earrings in. So I'm going to do a purple look today using the Morphe 39S palette. I told you guys in the beginning this is going to be probably one of my favorite ones and my favorite eyeshadow palette. And then I'm going to be using some Colourpop shadows. I'm not going to hold it up and show you because it's in my big huge Adept Cosmetics palette. And I'm also going to be using the Honey palette. So let's get started. The first thing that I'm going to use from Colourpop is a single called Try Me, and it's purple, of course. I just got done working out. And I was like, should I film today or should I just kind of do my own thing? And I was like, nah, I kind of want to film. I think I needed a bigger, there we go. That works better. I'm still just packing it on. I'm not really blending yet. Oh my gosh, I love these ears. I think one of them is crooked though. Maybe I'm just not used to it and wearing it right. But I don't know, I want to be cute, and those other like headband things that I was wearing was kind of atrocious and not very cute. Now I'm kind of blending and taking it further into the crease, but not that far because I am going in with a different color in the crease. I was randomly thinking earlier about YouTube and teenagers and you know, how it can kind of be problematic. I know that this topic may be a little touchy, but ever since the whole James Charles thing, like, I do not agree with, but I guess it does depend on the teenager, because I do watch, you know, some teenagers on YouTube and they act completely normal. I say normal because what is normal, but I just mean like they don't talk like, you know, oh my god, and yes, oh my god. Like, that voice is so annoying. Like, is that really necessary? But there are some teenagers on here that can handle it, but there are other teenagers on here that just, I'm like, oh my god, stop. Like, there's just no need. But I was just thinking that, like, I don't really agree with younger people being on YouTube. And I'm talking like 13, 14. I mean, even 16 sometimes, because I followed some 16-year-olds before, and they started just acting like, you know, entitled, and they are it, and, you know, no one can touch them and no one can cancel them. And kind of like James Charles, you know, because James Charles does have that, like, no one can cancel me attitude. And I know this is like kind of old news and everyone's over the whole James Charles thing, and I'm not really into drama. Sorry, my eyelash It's being weird. But, I just don't really agree with teenagers. I mean, unless their parents teach them, you know. But then, sadly, I don't think James really talks to his parents, I heard. And maybe some teenagers on YouTube, you know, don't have the right people to teach them, you know, from right and wrong. And to have like a humble attitude. Especially when you are like famous like that. You know, you should be appreciative, and you shouldn't expect people to like bow down and expect them to know who you are, and that's just ridiculous. And teenagers can be mean too. You know, I think when it comes to bullies and stuff on YouTube, a lot of them are teenagers and young kids, because younger kids can be so mean and so harsh. You know, like I went through, like I said, a tough time in especially junior high. And I'm kind of glad that I started my YouTube back up again when I did, because I feel like I'm more, you know, I'm older now and I know how to express myself more, I think, and I know how to get my opinion out in a more sound mind way, I think. I hope, you know. I know that, like I said, a lot of my subscribers are new and we're just getting to know each other, so it was always kind of difficult for me to get my opinion out there and to find an outlet to get my thoughts out there and my creativity. I already have a little bit of something on my lips just because my lips were so dry. But that's when I started thinking, you know, I'm going in with a color from Colourpop in Backstage, that really bright blue. I was also thinking too, randomly, again, about Lady Gaga and how grateful, you know, I had her message in her, you know, her music to listen to, and she also inspired some of my creativity. Like I said before, in high school, I kind of just wore what I wanted when it came to makeup. Of course, I was very respectable and, you know, I followed the rules. It wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna wear this and I don't care what the teachers think. But, you know, I still was in a very low point in my life. High school, like I said, was good, but after high school, it was hard. And after high school is when I really, really, really started to listen to Lady Gaga, and she just helped me through my depression a lot. And I had her message, you know, to be kind to others, and this brings back to teenagers being mean, and especially girls, you know, from my experience anyway. Teenagers just don't. When we're young, I knew that, or I thought that I knew everything. you know, and I'm sure we all did as teenagers. And I thought that, you know, my mom didn't know what she was talking about, and I thought I was so cool as a teenager. Well, not really, because, you know, I had a hard time as a teenager, but I just thought that I was cool in the fact that I knew everything and no one else knew what they were talking about, only I knew what I was talking about. And I think that's why kids develop such an attitude, like a, you know, a mean attitude, and they're not happy in their lives, and so they think that they can pick on other people to make themselves feel better. And, you know, after high school, I really fell into a deep depression. And Lady Gaga was there to help me, you know, kind of give me a sound mind. And of course I had my mom, and she was great, but I really didn't have any friends after high school, and it was kind of like I was in middle school again, but yet no one was picking on me. I was just isolating myself, and when I got into that stage, I'm going to take Sweet Spot from the Honey palette. When I got into my lowest of the lows depression, like, I turned on Lady Gaga's music, and the depression instantly, it didn't go away, but it definitely helped, and it helped my anxiety as well. It can even be like one of her, you know, even Poker Face. I can put on Poker Face, and it just really helped my anxiety. But I liked her more piano pieces, and I still do like her piano pieces. And when I find myself going into that state again, I just kind of put her music on, and she really does help me forget, you know, why I was depressed, why I was sad, and then, like, I kind of just breathe a little bit, and she still helps calm me today. But now it's funny because since I'm off all of my medication, I definitely feel a lot more, and I'm definitely letting my emotions out more. And so when I listen to Lady Gaga now, I start crying. And so I actually find it hard to listen to her, just because, like, I start crying and everything. And I'm just like, oh my god, she makes me feel all of the feels. I really hope that when I talk to you guys, you get what I know I go off in different directions when I talk sometimes. So if, like, you didn't get anything, or you're like, what are you talking about, Andrea? Just, you know, definitely message me, or leave a comment down below and be like, I didn't really understand what you meant. And you kind of stopped having that conversation and went into a completely new conversation. Because I know I do that. Like, I know that I start rambling. And because my brain, like, I have another thought process in the middle of a sentence that I'm trying to get out, and then I want to say it right away, so I try to get everything out all at once. And I'm just like, that doesn't really work when you're trying to have a conversation. And I don't really know where I was going with the whole bully thing and the whole James Charles thing, and it's just been on my mind a lot lately, how I don't know if YouTube is good for young kids. I mean, it definitely can be if you don't have a different outlet, and if you don't have someone to talk to and they feel lonely or alone, and you know, I think the internet is great for that, because I am already meeting and talking to, you know, great and wonderful people. But there can also be not so nice people, and there are some kids and teenagers on here that can scare another teenager the wrong way. Because there is a lot of drama on here, and I honestly, like, if I had a kid, I don't think that I would let them watch YouTube. I mean, I would, but I would definitely keep an eye on what they watch. And I think they would hate me for that, but like, when I was a teenager, I had my own laptop. I think I got my own laptop when I was, I want to say maybe 16, 17. But for the most part, we used the office computer. And I think that's what I would do when, if I ever have kids, which I don't think I ever will have kids. Not that, I know that there are a lot of people, moms out there, you know, who love kids and can't have kids, and, you know, they adopt, and that's great. And I feel terrible for, you know, people who do have that motherly instinct and they can't have kids. I'm not like taking away from that, but I've never had that like motherly instinct. I know that sounds terrible. Like, I'm not a terrible person. Of course, if I see a kid or anything in need, I would help that kid. But I'm just not like, I don't know, like, I like kids and I don't like kids all at the same time. I'm just not really a kid person. I really like how this look turned out so far. I'm not even done with it, and I'm like, I can't wait till how this look turns out. Or I like how this look turns out. By Aneta is, I need to learn how to pronounce that. But I was inspired by Aneta's makeup corner. And she was doing her perfect, like, Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette and swatching all of her, you know, perfect Jeffree Star eyeshadow palette or eyeshadows, and I was like, oh my god, I want to do this look with those colors, because I have a lot of his palettes. I don't know, let me know what you guys think about the whole kids being on YouTube, and, you know, what was your experience like in school? Because I know we've probably, for the majority of us, have all been there with the bullying and, you know, and Lady Gaga, you know, she's been through some shit too. I've read this story that she told about her being in school, and they literally put her in a trash can and said, this is where you belong. And I started crying at that story, because people are just so, like, I don't get people sometimes. I just really don't understand it. And all because, like, we're not the same as you, If everyone looked alike or acted the same, you know, the world would be boring in my opinion. Now I'm going to go in with my glitter glue. I just need to throw that one away because it's old and nothing will come out anymore. Another thing too that kind of rubbed me the wrong way, I don't know what event it was, I kind of forget, but it was this year or it was right after the A Star is Born movie, and Lady Gaga went to this gala or this event or something like that, and she dressed in like this black two-piece, almost like a lingerie bikini type thing. And I was like, oh, you know, Gaga's coming back into her old ways. And I personally loved the costumes and that's where I got my, you know, my costumey kind of looks. Like a lot of my makeup ideas were always inspired by her. And like I loved her dresses and her art pieces and like her fashion statements. But recently when she did that, people were like so shocked, and you know, like, and I get it, like I wouldn't want my young daughter to see that or my young son to see that either, but people were acting like she's never done that before. And I'm like, does nobody remember 2008, 2009? Like, does nobody remember the, sorry, I'm all over the place. Now I'm gonna go in with this, really big. Really, really big. Which one do I want? This one. Now I'm gonna go in with this shade from the 39S palette. I'm just like, guys, she's always been this way. Like, calm down. Does no one remember Poker Face? Or does no one remember VMAs where she, you know, was dressed in that white costume, and she, I know this is a triggering thing, but she hung herself from the, probably shouldn't say that, but she did some questionable things and covered herself in blood. Like, does nobody remember that? In the meat dress. I was talking with somebody and they were just like, I just don't agree with, you know, expressing herself that way because she's so pretty and she doesn't need to do that anyway. And I'm like, right, but that's how she expresses herself. Yeah, see, I go into like different weird topics sometimes. But oh my god, I loved her concert. The what was that tour called? The recent one. Not the one in Vegas, but oh my god, I'm so drawing a blank right now. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that. Now what I'm going to do is, what did I want to do? You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go in with something else. Hold on. I forgot that I wanted to go in with the Just My Luck palette, and I'm going to go in with Mary Jane. So you know what? I am going to take that purple shade from the Morphe palette in just a little further, and I hope that the glue doesn't dry down too much. I'm sure it has. Yeah, I completely lost my train of thought on what I wanted to do with the lid, but I was like, oh my gosh, I remember. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with that Mary Jane shade. Now I'm just blending those two colors together. I haven't worn my earrings in a long time, and I really need to because they were actually starting to kind of close up. And I want to get my ears pierced again. Not re-pierced, but okay, there's a hair. It's gonna bug me. I want to get like, you know, a second piercing like right here and then up right here. I kind of want my ears pierced all around my ears, like, you know, all around, and get studs. I don't know, I just really like that look. I do think gauges are kind of cool. Like I've seen Butte Bean, Penny Jean, she wears like really, really pretty gauges. But I don't know, I don't want to stretch my ears out that much. But hers is perfect though. She has a perfect length. Gauge. She has a perfect gauge size, I think. Now I'm going to take Try Me again from Colourpop, and I'm just going to blend that on the outer part a little bit, just so that there's no harsh line. I'm going to take my wipe and clean up. So it was really funny. I've been watching a lot of people use the It's My Pleasure palette from Colourpop, and it's because I ordered the Just My Pleasure palette from Colourpop, and the smoke, the new smoke one, and the Lilac You a Lot palette. And for some reason, because I have most of their singles anyway, and for some reason I thought I had Earthshine, and you know, that single shadow that's like kind of glittery. But I've been wanting Earthshine for a while, so I'm going to take glitter glue again, and I'm going to place that over top that purple, and don't worry, like, it doesn't mess up the purple. It just sits on top because it dries clear, so it won't mess your purple shade up or anything. But anyway, so yeah, I thought I had the color Earthshine and I was going to use it today. But I couldn't find it. I was like, where is it? Do I have it? Like, do I even have Earthshine? So I was looking through like my my Z palettes, and going through all that, and I'm like, huh, I could have sworn I have Earthshine, but I don't. I was like, oh, I don't have Earthshine. I've just been meaning to get Earthshine. But I wanted to wait until I got the It's My Pleasure palette to see if I really liked it. Because I'm still going to get the single anyway. I don't really mind having duplicates when it comes to Colourpop. Now I'm going to take that topper shade. This kind of reminds me of Earthshine, just a little bit. And this actually feels like the Super Shock formula. And oh, nothing's happening. Nothing is happening. Okay. This kind of reminds me of the Foiled Frenzy eyeshadow palette by Makeup Revolution. It takes a lot to get product on the eye. You have to really work at it, and it's not really coming out the way that I wanted it to. Oh, actually, yeah, it is. Ooh. I don't know if you can tell, but it turned it into like this pinky, purpley brown. With like, it's almost like a bluish, pinky, purpley brown. Yeah, you just have to really dig into that shade. Kind of like the Foiled Frenzy from Makeup Revolution. Oh wow. I really like that. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys, another thing I was so devastated by. I was going to buy Puffin. The Glitterly Obsessed. I was going to buy Puffin. And they sold out. And they don't have it anymore. And I'm like, I almost wanted to cry. Has anyone done that before? Has anyone like actually cried over an eyeshadow being sold out? I was like, no, I was gonna buy you. I was gonna give you my money. I just kept putting it off and waiting. That's the thing about Colourpop. They sell out of stuff so fast. And then they bring up new stuff, and then they get rid of old stuff that didn't need to be getting rid of, in my opinion. I'm just like, why? That was one of your best sellers. Oh, I'm so mad that I missed out on that. Okay, now for the brow bone highlights. I'm going in with my Naked palette, and I'm going in with Sin, and I think that's a perfect brow bone highlight for this look. And yes, it did take me 40 minutes just to do my eyes. It's not going to be fun to edit. I think it's mainly too because I talk so much. Wow, I really like this look. That bright yellow shade with, oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Okay guys, I'm going to do the rest of the face off camera and I will be right back. Okay guys, so this is the final look. For the inner corner, I went back into the Honey palette and I used Sunburst. That's really, really pretty inner corner. For the waterline, I use Crossed from Colourpop. And for the purple, I went back in with the shade Try Me. And on the lips, I am wearing Buxom's new lip gloss in Rockstar. It's actually really nice, and they do have a little bit of a tingly sensation, but it's not like overpowering or anything. But yeah, I've really been loving this lipstick. For the highlighter, I am wearing the Anastasia Moonchild Glow Kit, and I mixed these three shades together and it turned out really pretty. And you can't really tell, but over top I am wearing Hollow At Me from Fenty Beauty, the Diamond Bomb one. So pretty much I have like 4 highlighters on. I don't know. And yeah, I think that is it. Am I forgetting anything? For blush, as always, I am wearing my Lovejoy blush from MAC. And yeah, I really, really love how this look turned out. I'm so happy with it. I'm just so happy. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a comment down below, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you want to. Of course, you don't have to, but I would love having you here. I do put out new videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.